Hey y'all, Keith here with Redbeard Prospecting. Today we're going to be testing out something new. Solomon over at Money Miner Supplies was nice enough to send us out 2 of each size Saruca that he makes. He got a 16 mesh and a 20 mesh. We're going to be playing with a 20 mesh today. Now, we've never used a Saruca before, so this is going to be kind of new to us, but I'm going to see if we can't concentrate some of the garnets out of some material that we saved up. I know there's a ton of garnets in it, but guys, we're gonna be testing out this Saruca today and seeing what we can do with it. All right, guys, let's try to give it a flip and see what we did. All right, y'all, excuse my poor flipping skills. I've not done this before, but here we go. That's crazy. Guys, I'm gonna get y'all some close-up pictures of that. That's our first ever attempt on using a Saruca. And I want you to look how well that it just concentrated all the garnet right here in the center. Guys, we're gonna get a spoon and start scooping some of that up, reconcentrate the same material down again, see what we missed, but that is impressive. All right, y'all, we got a lot of the garnets scooped out. I've got them in my little gold claw pan. I know I got a little bit of excess material scooped out with them, but I'm gonna reconcentrate this down, get everything centered again, and try to scoop the rest of it out. Now, this is the smallest size right now currently that he offers is a 20 mesh, but as you can see, some of these finer material, I've got a ton of garnet still down here in the tailings pan. So we are talking with Solomon over at Money Miner Supplies at possibly getting a 40 mesh screen in one of these Sarucas. And when we do, if we are able to, we'll definitely get that showed on the channel and show how well it can catch all these fines and how we can actually get the fines even concentrated down to the center of a screen. But guys, let's get this back in the Saruca and let's see if we can get the gems on the top again. All right, guys, we got the material back into the Saruca. So we're gonna sit here and see if we can't get everything back to the center again. And once again, guys, I have no idea what I'm doing. If I've done this, I mean, if on the first attempt we was able to get all of them garnets over to the center like that, then either it's really simple process, because definitely no, like I said, no expert, but or they're just really well designed and do great at what they're meant to do, which, I mean, I don't doubt a bit, especially after seeing that first one. All right, guys, we're gonna flip this over again and we're gonna see what we got down in the center. All right, guys, here we go. Flip number 2. Let's hope we can do as good as the first one. And guys, once again, that is amazing. Let me see if I can get y'all a little close. Well, let me get my phone out of the tripod first off. That's gonna be the first thing, but guys, it just concentrates it down to a little bullseye in the center of that pan. That is awesome. I don't see hardly any garnets left. There might be a couple right over in here I see, but there's hardly any garnets left on the outside. It concentrated almost every bit of them to the center, just doing it for a few seconds right there in the pan. So we're gonna get this scooped up back in the gold claw pan, and we're gonna attempt one more time on the same material before we get the rest of the material out of our bucket. All right, guys, attempt number 3 at the same material. See if we got any more garnets in there we didn't get scooped out that time. I'm sure we do. And best I can tell, all you do is you just keep working it side to side like that. Turn your pan and it keeps concentrating everything down to the center of the bullseye. All right, let's get ready for our third flip. All right, third flip. And not a whole lot, but still a little bit of garnets that we didn't get scooped out the first time. But every single time it's concentrating it down to the center of that pan, and when you flip it, it's dead right there on top for you to scoop up. So guys, we're gonna get our next batch loaded in there, see how many garnets we got in it, and we'll get right back with you. All right, guys, we got the rest of the bucket of material loaded into the Saruca. This time we're gonna get a little bit braver with it since the first couple tries went so well. We've fully loaded the pan and put a ton more material in it this time. And you can just, well, you can see there's a ton of garnets just moving it back and forth like this. We're definitely gonna have to screen this one down probably multiple times. There's a ton in it. Like I said, I look forward to really trying to get one of the smaller mesh Sarucas from him, if that ends up turning out well. Because I'd really like to pan down that really fine material and just see exactly how many garnets is still in that really fine material. Guys, let's get ready for the first flip. And that's definitely going to be a heavy pan to flip over that time. Alright, first flip off the full pan. Okay, so definitely I recommend not completely loading the pan up full, because we did get a ton of the garnets to the center, but we still have some over here, a pile over here, a pile over here. That's just a lot of material to try to walk down to the sides. But we'll get that scooped up, get it back in there, and keep concentrating it down till we get it all out. All right, second flip out of that one. Still see we got a ton of garnets in there. We still got a heavy pocket of garnets that ended up over here on the side and a little scattered throughout. We got a bunch of material over here now that don't have much in it. What we're going to do is we're going to remove some of that material and cut about in half what we're panning each time. See if we can't get most of them concentrated back to the center. All right, on the next flip we done, taking some of the material out definitely helped a lot. Let's see if I can get you a better view. All the garnets actually stayed to the center. What went down here was actually my fault. When I flipped it, I drug it a little bit, so that drug part of it down. But definitely, if you're doing one of these, especially starting out like I am, I recommend only putting about half a pan full of material. It's definitely a ton easier to separate, and you can keep it all towards the center, make it easier for you to scoop out. But guys, let's get all the rest of this cleaned up, get everything into the gold claw pan. We're going to redo what's in the gold claw pan back in the Saruca, try to get more of the excess material out, and we're going to show you what we got at the end. All right, y'all, we just got done doing some of our super cons where we had already got it panned out, and look at all the garnets. There's so many of them, so many different colors all through here too. But we're gonna keep trying to get this down to where we got nothing hardly left but the garnets. And once we do that, we'll get it back on video for you and show you what it looks like. So stay tuned for that. All right, real quick before we head inside, this is all the material that made it through 20 mesh. So, I mean, you see all this is just littered with tiny -20 garnets. So we are really wanting to get that 40 mesh if possible and see what more we can extract out of these sands. But anyways, let's get into the house, get this, I'm gonna try to pan and separate a little bit more of it, then dry it up, show you what we got. All right, y'all, we're back in the house. We got all the material dried up now, the garnets. There's still quite a bit of other material in here with the garnets, but I'm gonna have to practice a little bit more with the Saruca, see if I can get it concentrated down a little bit more. Or if y'all know a better way to concentrate garnets out and separate them, let me know in the comments, guys. But also, the little green rocks that's in with the garnets, not sure exactly what they are. Yeah, there's some pretty garnets in here though. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, and heavy pans, y'all. Have a great day.